Hello and welcome to Kashmir Now. I'm your host, Shivangi Mishra. Let's take a look at what made news this week. Chhath Puja brings devotees together at ancient Sun Temple in Kashmir's Anantnag. Jammu and Kashmir NGO transforms specially abled children's lives through art. Ayushman Bharat Sehat scheme offers hope through free healthcare in Jammu and Kashmir's Rajouri. And POJK political analyst exposes Pakistan's failures and the rise of public dissent. In our Incredible India segment, we'll see how Indian fashion is captivating the world, blending tradition with innovation. At Lakme Fashion Week 2025, Bandhani, Banarsi and Khadi redefined global luxury as designers showcased India's creative leadership through vibrant craftsmanship and bold collaborations. At the historic Martand Sun Temple in Anantnag district of Jammu and Kashmir, devotees gathered to observe Chhath Puja with deep faith and devotion, offering prayers to the sun god. The ancient temple, a timeless symbol of Kashmir's spiritual and cultural heritage, came alive with chants, offerings and traditional rituals. The sight of worshippers celebrating this festival of gratitude against the backdrop of one of India's oldest sun temples created a truly divine and awe-inspiring atmosphere. Take a look.
Devotees gathered at the historic Martand Sun Temple in J&K's Anantnag district, one of India's oldest shrines dedicated to the sun god, to celebrate Chhath Puja with devotion and gratitude. The valley came alive with vibrant rituals, traditional songs and heartfelt prayers, reflecting the beauty of faith and unity as people from all walks of life honor the sun god amid Kashmir's serene and spiritual landscape.
सबसे पहले मैं आपके चैनल के सौजन्य से पूरे संसार भारतवर्ष विशेषकर बिहार को इस मार्तंड की पावन भूमि से आज उनका यहाँ पे हम हार्दिक अभिनंदन करते हैं और उनको शुभकामनाएं देते हैं। जैसे कि आप जानते ही है, यहाँ पे 13वें सूर्य मार्तंड जी का जन्म हुआ है। और जहाँ तक छठी का उत्सव का ये प्रश्न है, छठी के जो हमारे जो यहाँ पे व्रती होती है वो सूर्य भगवान को अर्घ देते हैं। इस कारण से इस मंदिर का इस पर्व के साथ भी संबंध है। आज सवेरे बहुत हजारों में श्रद्धालु आए जिन्होंने यहाँ पे भगवान सूर्य नारायण की पूजा की और अपना जो व्रत है उसको सफल किया।
The atmosphere at the Martand Sun Temple was filled with chants, devotion and spiritual energy as age-old rituals were revived after centuries, celebrating the rich heritage, culture and faith of the valley. Many also prayed for the well-being and recovery of their family members, seeking divine blessings amid an ambience of unity, hope and timeless spiritual harmony.
छठ पूजा है, ये सूर्य भगवान के से ही संबंधित है। इसके अंदर में ये ज़्यादा ये पर्व है, ये बिहार के लोग ज़्यादा मनाते हैं, परंतु इसकी प्रथा इस समय पूरे हिंदुस्तान टाइप में हो गई है। जहाँ जहाँ पर भी लोग भगवान सूर्य को मानते हैं वहाँ उसके आगे माथा टेक कर अपनी मनोकामना रखते हैं। मेरी एक सिस्टर इन लॉ है जो लुधियाने में है, शी इज़ एडमिटेड इन ए हॉस्पिटल। मैंने उसके लिए प्रार्थना की है आज। और अभी मेरे सांडू साहब से भी बात हुई थी, उन्होंने कहा कि मंदिर के अंदर मैं प्रार्थना करूँगा तो जल्दी से जल्दी स्वस्थ हो।
On the auspicious day of Chhath Puja, several devotees were seen performing Pinddan at the sacred Martand Sun Temple, offering prayers for their departed family members. With deep reverence, they wished peace for their souls and prayed for their journey toward heaven. The temple's divine atmosphere reflected both devotion and remembrance, blending age-old traditions with heartfelt faith in this sacred celebration.
परिवार के लोग आए थे। एक्चुअली मेरे ब्रदर की यंगर ब्रदर की डेथ हो गई तो उसके पिंडदान के लिए हम लोग यहाँ पे आए थे। और आज वैसे भी अभी छठ पूजा भी चल रही है तो हम भाग्यशाली हैं कि एक साथ दो काम हो गए हमारे। हमने यहाँ पे आके यही दुआ की कि मेरा भाई जहाँ पे भी हो उसको स्वर्ग का रास्ता नसीब हो। मैं बहुत भाग्यशाली हूँ, मेरा पूरा परिवार बहुत भाग्यशाली है कि हम इस पावन मंदिर में आके हमें पूजा करने का मौका मिला।
The celebration of Chhath Puja stands as a beautiful reminder of Kashmir's rich spiritual legacy and the timeless message of peace it embodies. Observed with deep devotion across many states of India, the festival transcends religious boundaries, reflecting the essence of Indian culture and unity. Through the worship of the sun god, Chhath Puja highlights the nation's profound reverence for nature, gratitude for life, and enduring harmony between faith and environment.
In a heartwarming initiative in India's Jammu and Kashmir, the Chote Tare Foundation is empowering specially able children to express themselves through art and craft. Through engaging sessions filled with colors, creativity and care, the children learn to make beautiful handmade items such as painted pots, greeting cards, decorative pieces and recycled crafts. The program not only enhances their artistic skills but also builds confidence and self-reliance, proving that creativity can be a powerful path to independence. Have a look.
At the Chote Tare Foundation in Jammu and Kashmir, differently abled children are discovering confidence and creativity through art therapy. In these sessions, they craft beautiful handmade items such as painted pots, greeting cards and decorative pieces while learning valuable life skills. The initiative not only encourages artistic expression but also helps children build confidence and independence, preparing them for a self-reliant future beyond the foundation's care.
जो छोटे तारे हैं हमने ये इसलिए रखा है, इनको हम जो आर्ट थेरेपी देते हैं जिसमें आपने देखे कि हमारे जो बच्चे हैं बहुत ही अच्छे ब्यूटीफुल चीज़ें बनाते हैं। तो वो बनाने का जो मकसद है वो एक तो उसमें सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट है जो स्किल इन बच्चों में आएगा, उसकी वजह से जब ये आफ्टर 18 हमारे यहाँ से बच्चे निकल जाएंगे तो उसमें ये चीज़ आएगा कि ये बच्चे हम कोशिश करें कि ये डिपेंडेंट ना रहे, ये कोई हुनर हमारे यहाँ से सीख के जाए जिसकी वजह से कल ये इंडिपेंडेंट रहे। एंड आर्ट के साथ साथ हम लोग अभी कोशिश कर रहे हैं, कुछ बच्चे हमारे जो बहुत अच्छे हो गए हैं, जो अब मेन स्ट्रीम में आ गए हैं, उसमें से हमने कुछ बच्चों को, अगर आपने देखा होगा, हमने यहाँ पे उनको एम्प्लॉयमेंट दी है।
Guided by patient instructors, the children enthusiastically explore their creativity through hands-on craft work. They learn to cut, paste, paint and decorate, transforming simple materials into beautiful creations like pen holders and tissue boxes. Each project encourages focus, coordination and teamwork while nurturing a sense of accomplishment. Through these joyful sessions, the children gain not only artistic skills but also confidence and independence, discovering the pride of creating something with their own hands.
पेन होल्डर बनाती हूँ, इसमें ग्लू भी इसमें ग्लू का भी इस्तेमाल होता है, पेपर का भी इस्तेमाल होता है और डेकोरेट भी कर रहे हैं हम, बहुत कुछ भी कर रहे हैं। टिश्यू बॉक्स भी हमने बनाए एंड सारा बना रहे हैं हम, तो अच्छा अभी बना रही है। पेन होल्डर हो गया फिनिश कंप्लीट, तो अब डेकोरेट कर रहे हैं, तो डेकोरेट भी कर रहे हैं हम, अच्छा कर रहे हैं हम डेकोरेट।
Teachers patiently guide the children through every step of the creative process, helping them learn skills like crafting, tailoring and mehendi art at their own pace. The handmade items are later showcased at exhibitions and community fairs, where they are sold to support the children's education and personal needs. This initiative not only sustains the program but also teaches the children the value of their work and dignity of self-reliance.
हमारे पास यहाँ जो बच्चे हैं ये बनाते हैं यहाँ पे वॉल हैंगिंग्स, टिश्यू बॉक्सेस, पेन होल्डर्स और भी बहुत सारी चीज़ें लाइक पेपर बैग्स बनाते हैं, कैंडल मेकिंग, और भी बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं जो बच्चा जिसके लिए कैपेबल हो। लाइक हमारे कुछ बच्चे हैं जो टेलरिंग में जो है उनका ठीक ये है, तो उनको हम टेलरिंग भी सिखाते हैं, यहाँ पे मेहंदी आर्ट भी सिखाते हैं। सिर्फ इनको इकोनॉमिकली जो है फ़ायदा नहीं देता है इन बच्चों को, इससे हमें और भी बहुत सारे फ़ायदे हैं। लाइक इनका ग्रॉस मोटर फाइन मोटर जो है वो इम्प्रूव हो जाता है, इनका कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल जो है वो बूस्ट हो जाता है, इनका क्या है सेल्फ एस्टीम जो है वो बिल्ड हो जाता है, और भी बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं। लाइक इनका स्ट्रेस जो है वो रिलीव हो जाता है। हमारा यही मेन मोटिव है कि ये बच्चे खुद से कुछ बना पाए और कल के लिए अपने लिए कुछ अर्न कर सके, सो दैट ये किसी पे डिपेंडेंट ना रहे।
Initiatives like this reflect the growing spirit of inclusion and development in Jammu and Kashmir. By empowering children through education, art and skill building, such programs contribute to a stronger, more compassionate community. These efforts highlight how social welfare and creativity can work together to nurture potential, promote independence, and build a future where every child, regardless of ability, has the opportunity to learn, grow, and thrive.
Bringing smiles and saving lives across Jammu and Kashmir, the Ayushman Bharat PMJY Sehat scheme has become a true symbol of inclusive progress. At GMC and AH Rajouri, patients from Rajouri, Poonch and Mahor are availing free and quality medical care. This transformative initiative, envisioned by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, highlights the central government's firm commitment to providing affordable healthcare and ensuring that no citizen is left behind in the journey of development. Let's have a look.
Delivering hope through healing, GMC and AH Rajouri stands as a beacon of modern healthcare under the Ayushman Bharat PMJAY Sehat scheme. Patients receive free medicines from the hospital pharmacy, ensuring treatment without financial burden. From routine care to complex surgeries, expert doctors perform every procedure with advanced technology, completely free of cost, transforming lives and strengthening the vision of a healthier Jammu and Kashmir.
हमारे यहाँ पे जितनी हमारे पास फैसिलिटीज़ हैं उसके हिसाब से हम सारा ही इलाज कर रहे हैं। हमारे पास एक्सपर्ट टीम है, एक से बढ़कर एक डॉक्टर है। जितना भी हमारे से हो पाता है हम करते हैं। टेक्नोलॉजी हमारे पास यहाँ डिजिटल एक्सरेज हैं जिससे हम एक्सरेज लेते हैं, तो बड़ा इजी है पेशेंट के लिए। मीनवाइल कोई ऐसा नहीं कि एक्सरे फिल्म डेवलप करनी है तो पेशेंट को 15-20 मिनट वेट करना है, इन हैंड उसको एक्सरे मिल जाता है। जितनी भी हमारे पास एक्सट्रैक्शन की किट्स वगैरह हैं वो सब अच्छी प्रॉपर फंक्शनिंग में ही है। डिसइंफेक्शन जो हम करते हैं थर्ड मोलर के निकालने के करते हैं उसकी भी किट्स हमारे पास अवेलेबल हैं। रूट कैनाल का भी हमारे पास जितना भी मटेरियल है वो बहुत एफिशिएंट है कि हम एफिशिएंटली पेशेंट्स को फ़ायदा दे सकते हैं। उसके अलावा जैसे हमारे यहाँ पे फिलिंग्स, हर तरह की फिलिंग्स होती हैं, हर तरह के रूट कैनाल हो रहे हैं, हर तरह की एक्सट्रैक्शंस हो रही हैं। विजडम टूथ की एक्सट्रैक्शन हम यहाँ पे कर रहे हैं। इसके अलावा जितने भी माइनर टू मेजर ट्रॉमास हैं वो हम यहीं हैंडल करते हैं। यहाँ तो हमारे ऑपरेटरी यहाँ पे होती हैं या फिर हमारे थिएटर में जाके हम उनका अपॉइंटमेंट बेस पे उनका ट्रीटमेंट करते हैं।
Delivering quality healthcare with compassion, GMC and AH Hospital Rajouri has become a beacon of medical excellence in the region. The hospital performs all kinds of surgeries free of cost, using advanced technology and guided by expert medical teams. From specialized dental treatments to essential diagnostic services like CT scans, ultrasounds, and digital X-rays, every facility is provided absolutely free, ensuring care and comfort for all patients.
बच्चों की मेडिसिन है और उसके अलावा जो बड़े लोग हैं उनकी मेडिसिन भी है। हमारे पास ऑल ओवर जो मेडिसिन है ये फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट है। हमारा ये आयुष्मान है, इसके अंदर गोल्डन कार्ड वाले पेशेंट को बहुत बड़ी राहत है। फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट सर्जरी होती है। अप्था के पेशेंट जो आई वाले जिनको काला मोतिया हो जाता है या मोतिया हो जाता है उनके भी ऑपरेशन यहाँ पर होते हैं और फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट ऑपरेशन होते हैं और सारा कुछ फ्री होता है। मेडिसिन भी फ्री मिलती है, हर किस्म की मेडिसिन है हमारे पास। खासकर बच्चों की मेडिसिन जो है वो पूरी A to Z हमारे पास है।
Bringing a new era of accessible and affordable healthcare, the Ayushman Bharat PMJAY Sehat scheme has become a lifeline for the people of Rajouri. It has eased the burden on poor patients who once had to travel to distant cities or pay heavily at private hospitals. Now with GMC and AH Rajouri offering advanced and comprehensive treatment under the scheme, world-class medical care is available free of cost right at their doorstep.
जीएमसी बनने के बाद ईएनटी डिपार्टमेंट में काफ़ी इम्प्रूवमेंट हुई है। ऑलमोस्ट हर तरह की सर्जरी, चाहे नाक की, कान की, गले की, यहाँ पे सारी ही लेटेस्ट टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ की जाती है। तो बहुत सारी जो अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ हैं लोगों को यहीं पे अवेलेबल हैं, जिसके लिए पहले उनको बाहर दिल्ली, चंडीगढ़ तक जाना पड़ता था। अब तो हार्डली कभी ही हम कोई पेशेंट रेफ़र करते हैं। सारे ही पेशेंट्स का ट्रीटमेंट और मैनेजमेंट बहुत अच्छे से विद प्रॉपर एडवांस टेक्नोलॉजी यहाँ पे हम कर रहे हैं।
Bringing a new wave of progress and compassion in healthcare, the Ayushman Bharat PMJAY Sehat scheme at GMC and AH Rajouri has become a true lifeline for the people of Jammu and Kashmir. With free surgeries, medicines and diagnostic services, it ensures that no one is denied treatment due to financial constraints. Guided by the visionary leadership of the Jammu and Kashmir administration and the central government, the Union Territory is moving rapidly towards a healthier and more prosperous future.
Amid growing unrest in Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir, public anger is intensifying over unjust taxation, arrests of journalists and soaring inflation. As Islamabad tightens its grip and silences dissent, the people of POJK are demanding accountability, justice and genuine freedom from decades of exploitation. The region remains mired in oppression and neglect, where Islamabad's exploitative policies and denial of basic rights have deepened public misery and resentment. To gain deeper insight into the situation and understand the unfolding developments in Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir, we are joined by POJK political analyst Amjad Ayub Mirza. Hello sir, thank you for joining me today. So sir, my first question is, the residents of Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir have repeatedly voiced anger over excessive taxes and inflated electricity bills. Many say they are paying the price for a system that gives them no voice. How do you interpret this public outrage? Is it passing wave of frustration or the beginning of a deeper political awakening?
You see, history teaches us that public discontent due to economic issues has always been transformed into a political movement, and POJK is no different. People who are fed up with paying electricity bills but have no electricity, there's load shedding. People who are sick and tired of expensive food items. I mean, just look at the price of tomatoes. It's gone through the roof. 500, 600, 700, now it is 900 rupees a kilo. So how can people afford that? Similarly, there is a lot of inflation going on, due to which the school fees have gone up, the charges for petrol are up. So as a result, transport is expensive. If you have to go from A to B, the rickshaw driver used to charge 200 rupees, now they charge 600, 500, 600 rupees. So people have been asking for a better life.
Independent reporting in POJK has become nearly impossible, with journalists facing intimidation, detention and censorship. How does such an atmosphere affect the flow of truth from the ground? And what risks do ordinary citizens take when they simply try to share their realities?
There is a department called PID, Press and Information Department, with its head office in Islamabad. It is a government department which keeps a check, keeps an eye on all media, whether it is print media, digital media, social media. And if you are publishing a newspaper, you rely on government ads. And if you start publishing reality in your newspaper, then the PID is used to blackmail you into submission, and you cannot publish those kind of realities that contradict the narrative of Pakistan. So how do we get the news and how do we recognize what is going on?
The people of Jammu and Kashmir under Indian government are witnessing improved roads, tourism and social infrastructure, while those under Pakistani control in POJK struggle with underdevelopment. Do you think this stark difference is now shaping public opinion in POJK about what genuine progress looks like?
Over the years, the public opinion in POJK has changed drastically because they've come to realize, since the Modi government has come to power, they have come to realize that there's the basic difference between Indian Jammu Kashmir and Pakistani occupied Jammu Kashmir is that India not only gives lip service that Jammu Kashmir is an integral part of India, it practically proves that Jammu and Kashmir are an integral part of India by investing them. From 2019 till now, when the abrogation has taken place, Modi ji has visited, since Modi ji has come into power, he has visited Jammu and Kashmir 30 times. This is the only Prime Minister that has paid so much attention to Jammu and Kashmir, and the results speak for themselves.
Across POJK and Gilgit-Baltistan, the younger generation is beginning to question decades of control and inequality. What changes are you observing among these youth movements, and do you believe they could become the driving force behind a demand for real self-governance?
So people who have been protesting in Pakistani occupied Jammu Kashmir are now asking for independence. They do not want to live with Pakistan. The younger generation, the Gen Z especially, they are convinced beyond doubt that Pakistan is not their destiny. Their destiny is freedom from Pakistan.
That's all from my side. Thank you so much for giving us your time, sir. Indian fashion is taking the world by storm, merging heritage with bold innovation. At Lakme Fashion Week 2025, designers turned Bandhani, Banarsi and Khadi into avant-garde statements, proving India isn't just in the conversation, it's leading it. Stylists, influencers and designers brought hand-woven textiles and intricate embroidery alive on the wrap. With global collaborations and booming exports, Indian fashion is confidently strutting onto the world stage, redefining luxury, creativity and craftsmanship with flair.
Put on a cute outfit and tell me you don't feel confident and tell me you don't know how to express yourself.
Wearing the perfect outfit is not just about style. It's an expression of personality, confidence and creativity. Indian fashion designers are taking this spirit global, blending heritage with innovation to craft looks that speak to the world. From hand-woven textiles to avant-garde silhouettes, they are proving that India is not just part of the fashion conversation, it's leading it, one masterpiece at a time. Lakme Fashion Week 2025 is a grand celebration of this creativity, showcasing the brilliance of Indian designers to the world.
You see today, I'm all about accessorizing it, like these are part of my blended, and India is known for like a diversity of their textiles, and this is my traditional wrap-around designs also. So incorporating the modernity with the traditional textiles is my take of the today's fits also.
Indian inspired me a lot about like jewelries, heavy jewelries. I love jewelry, so I just love how Indian inspired all over the world to like piercings, you know, like nose ring piercings and jewelries.
Top Indian designers celebrated the essence of Indian craftsmanship, from Bandhani and Banarsi to Khadi, reimagined through corsets, cord sets and edgy asymmetrical cuts. This year, influencers and creators did not just watch the show, they became the show. From Abraham and Thakure's sharp wrap and weft suits featuring Veer Paharia to Tarun Tehlani's glam collection fronted by Ayush Mehra and Ranveer Brar and Shubhika Sharma's vibrant Papa Don't Preach showcase, every stitch spoke of modern pride and global ambition.
So we work with about 150 third generation karigars in-house in a workshop in an atelier in Bombay. And every single piece that has walked the runway today is completely hand embroidered. Where like even one sequin to embroider takes 45 seconds. So if you actually count an entire lehenga embroidered with those, so you can imagine the kind of work that goes in.
We have looked at the dhoti, we have looked at the lungis, we have used fabrics which come from those areas. So it's very much a handloom, a lot of handloom fabrics, tussar silk.
So I want to show that even with the bread, with everything, we can still be glamorous, very beautiful, very Indian. I'm a big thing that, we mustn't lose our Indianness.
Today, Indian designers are not just exporting culture, they are setting global trends and redefining luxury. In 2023-24, India exported textiles worth $34.4 billion USD, with apparel making up to 42% of it. The industry produces around 22 billion garments annually, and the market is projected to soar to $350 billion USD by 2030.
I think every month, every year, it's taking leaps. I really feel we've really come into our own right now. It's such a fantastic time for Indian fashion, for Indian designers and Indian consumers. I think in the next 5 to 10 years, we'll be definitely world leaders. I see global domination for India in every field, including fashion. I think it's our time.
It's always lovely to see the Indian craftsmanship being promoted not only in India but also abroad. I just feel that it's a very big, opening for them, because their work also gets recognized, and it's really good to see that it's getting recognition not only in India but also abroad.
Styling and makeup completed the runway magic with sleek hair, radiant skin and bold accents that defined each look. With fashion, makeup and styling being the only expression, the events also bring global collaborations like Hasti Bana by Russian designer Fatima Shogunova, blending the essence of Moscow's avant-garde with Indian craftsmanship.
Being in India, really very inspiring experience for me, and here I feel a very unique energy.
Because this is really very important to show the Russian design in India, and because I believe fashion, like art, unites people, and it helps us to make connections across borders.
From couture to streetwear, ramps to reels, India's fashion story is bold, global and proudly homegrown. Blending rich textile heritage with fearless innovation, India is shooting into a new era of style with confidence and flair.
That's all we have for you in this week's episode. Goodbye and take care.